We're going to call the public hearing for the Solid Waste Authority's budget in May open. Minutes, okay. Okay, give people time to be here. Is Jan gonna give us an overview? I think that was on the agenda. So Jan, if there's anything you would like to tell the public and the board members as an overview of the budget, we are ready.
I'm just going to briefly go over kind of where we went with the budget. We held a pre-budget meeting on February 25th. Then our budget workshop was on April 12th. Our budget was then presented to the Horry County I&R Committee on April 21st. And it was again presented to Horry County at their budget retreat on April 28th. And then we're here now for our public hearing of our budget. And tomorrow night at our board meeting, we'll ask for approval of our budget. The only change that we've had, of course, in our budget is the $150,000 that we put into the budget for the fee study. And that was just a change. We took it from future landfill construction and moved it up to the administration division to incorporate it there for the fee study for next year. So that was our only change in the budget since our budget workshop. And that was at the recommendation of Horry County Council. So we'll just leave it now open for the public.
Okay, have you gotten any calls or letters or emails from any of the public in regard to this, or questions in regard to this public
No, ma'am.
thing? Well, I did, so.
Oh, okay.
And they asked me to read this, so I'm going to do it. I'm not sure who this person is, but I'm going to read this into the record for them since they asked me to do that. Members of the Solid Waste Authority Board, please allow Nancy Cave, a business colleague and community friend, to read my statement on my behalf. I got a letter, I got this email from Nancy Cave, which means she's not going to be able to be here to do that. So they've asked me to do that since neither one of them will be able to meet the meeting. Says, thank you for allowing me to give my 2 cents on recycling in Horry County. As a small woman-owned business that has done business in Horry County for the last 6.5 years, recycling at the Solid Waste Authority MRF and the recycling education is crucial to both my business itself and to today and tomorrow. I speak of the children in our communities and our state. First, not only does recycling in Horry County sustain my company, it has created jobs for the employees I have hired and who work for me. It allows those businesses who are not able to do so under the current Solid Waste Authority programs and wish to recycle the opportunity to do so for their glass, plastic, tin, aluminum, paper, and cardboard. This in turn obviously is less going into the Horry County landfill, as well as does not create any more tax burden on Horry County to add additional staff and equipment such as trucks and carts. And the added benefit of restaurants and businesses advertising and marketing that they recycle helps create and maintain a positive image for Myrtle Beach and the Grand Strand area. Second, recycling education within our schools and teaching our young people is vital to our community. I should know I have both a son and a daughter in middle and high school now in Georgetown school system, and I have gone to speak to their classes and schools about the basics of recycling for many years because there is not had a formal program in the county to educate. So many times I'm asked to come to talk to different grades and classes. I've always been impressed with the forethought and pre-planning Horry County has had to include a program to get the basics down for kids in the schools. This should be mandatory for all schools across our state. If we teach the basics in reading, writing, math, and science, why are we not teaching the basics on everyday living like waste management, recycling, and reusing? Thank you for taking the initiative with business opportunities and school education recycling programs that set an example for our beautiful state of South Carolina. And this lady is Kara Rolfe. Am I pronouncing that name correctly? I don't know the lady. And she is with Rolfe Recycling LLC, Recycle Grand Strand. So I have read that for her into the record. Do any of the board members have any comment about the budget or anything that we're doing within our recycling, in our budget, or any of the financial matters that we have discussed here today? Okay. Mr. Jones?
Yes, Madam Chair, you may, just for the record, want to get an approval of the agenda and,
Thank you. I might should have done that, shouldn't I? Before.
well, it's, you're in charge. I'll go whichever way you want to go, but it, for safety's sake, let me put it that way.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Everyone in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any others? Do we have any nays?
Let me speak to the study. You know, we'll budget for the study, and if anything happens between now and when we are to do the study, and it changes that we don't, then the money next year will go into one of these special accounts that you approve for it to go into, so it's not like we will lose the money if we don't do the study, but apparently we will probably have to do it.
Yes.
You gonna put out, RFPs when? You gonna put out for the RFP?
Yeah. When that time comes, and I talked to a few people at Pauley's, that's in the study doing business, that we were taking a look at it, and advise them that we do our budget somewhat different from a lot of public companies or departments, even different probably than some of the large guys that the MRF stands on its own. We know what's in the MRF budget. We know how it's set up. We know where the funding comes from, the tipping fees. We know basically where that goes. And we will, once we put this study, RFP together, we will make that known that our budget is in such a way that it should be a lot easier for them to do a study versus coming in here and starting with the records that just you collect a tipping fee and then it goes out monthly to certain different things. So, yeah, we will do one. We will advertise it well, and we will ask for responses. We'll call the people that we know, the companies that we've dealt with, the ones that we don't know. We'll do the same thing.
You had quite a few people show some interest in it, did you not?
Yeah.
At the SWANA meeting, right.
If we have no more comments from the board and we have no public input, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
You